Have you ever heard of shuang? It's this one specific feeling, and believe it or not, it's become the quiet foundation for a massive kind of hidden economy. Now, it might sound a little mysterious, but I promise you, by the end of this, you are going to start seeing it absolutely everywhere.
You know exactly the feeling I'm talking about, right? It's that perfect, almost silent peel of the plastic film off a brand new screen. Or, the sound a stubborn jar makes when it finally pops open. Maybe for you, it's watching a super messy shelf suddenly just click into perfect order. It's this small, pure, and intensely pleasing little moment of control in a pretty chaotic world.
Well, it turns out there's a word for that exact feeling in Chinese, shuang. It basically describes that sensation of feeling refreshed, invigorated, and just deeply, deeply satisfied. But here's what's so wild. This feeling isn't just a random thing that happens to us anymore. Nope, it has become the actual foundation for an entire economy built to deliver that jolt of satisfaction, on demand, whenever you want it.
Okay, so if this feeling has a name, what happens when you give it a business model? Well, that's where we get to the shuang economy. Let's really break down what that actually means. So, at its core, the shuang economy is basically any product, any service, or any piece of content that is literally engineered to give your brain a quick, pleasurable hit. We're not talking about long-term fulfillment here. It's all about that immediate, almost physical payoff. Think of it like a perfectly designed system for instant gratification.
Okay, so that's the definition. But what does it actually look like out in the wild? Let's get into some real-life examples, because I'm telling you, you're going to find it's pretty much everywhere.
This right here, this is where you'll probably have that big aha moment. We're talking about those oddly satisfying videos, of soap being cut or things fitting together perfectly. It's the quiet whispers and tapping sounds of ASMR. It's that little dopamine rush you get when your food delivery app says your driver is just 2 minutes away. It's also in those super simple mobile games where you clear rows with one swipe. Or those life hack videos that show a messy room becoming spotless in like 15 seconds. And yeah, even the whole ritual of unboxing a new product. That's all part of it.
And look, this is not some small niche corner of the internet we're talking about. The scale here is, well, it's staggering. On just one platform, videos with the satisfying hashtag have racked up over 1 trillion views. No, that is not a typo, 8 trillion. I mean, that number alone just perfectly captures the massive global hunger for this feeling.
So why? Why are we so incredibly drawn to this stuff? For a lot of people, it really just comes down to escape. In a world that's just full of notifications and deadlines and really complex problems, a short video of a cake being perfectly iced, well, it offers a moment of predictable, guaranteed success. It's a quick, controlled hit of order and resolution. It really is like a little 2-minute vacation for a completely overstimulated brain.
But why has this just exploded now? I mean, this really wasn't a thing 15 or even 10 years ago. To get that, we need to look at the kind of perfect storm of technology and culture that created the exact right conditions for this economy to just boom.
It really all started when smartphones put a screen in every single pocket. Then you had platforms like Instagram that trained us to just scroll, looking for visual rewards. And then TikTok came along, and its algorithm got scary good at figuring out exactly what kind of short, satisfying video would keep you hooked. You combine all of that with this rising culture of burnout in the 2020s, and suddenly you have a massive population that's desperate for any kind of quick, low-effort relief. The demand was there, and boy, did technology deliver the supply.
So, we've got the demand from burnout, we've got the supply from technology. But that leads to an even bigger question. What does it all mean for us when satisfaction becomes a mass-produced commodity? Let's zoom out a bit and think about the future of satisfaction itself.
This whole thing creates a real tension. On the one hand, the shuang economy has some genuine upsides. It's quick, accessible stress relief for millions, and it's opened up whole new careers for creators. But, on the other hand, there are some pretty tough questions we have to ask. Is this constant drip feed of instant gratification actually shortening our attention spans? Does it push us to look for superficial fixes instead of, tackling deeper issues? And when it comes to things like on-demand delivery, is our personal satisfaction being built on the shaky foundation of the gig economy?
So, here's the bottom line, the most crucial point of all of this. What we are witnessing is the engineering and packaging of a fundamental human desire. That need to see order, to feel accomplishment, to just experience a moment of simple pleasure. That's always been part of us. What's new is the incredible scale and precision with which it's being produced, bottled up, and then sold right back to us one swipe at a time.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As we get better and better at manufacturing these perfect, bite-sized moments of shuang, what happens to our ability to find satisfaction out in the real, messy, imperfect world? Are we actually engineering happiness, or are we just building a more beautiful, high-speed treadmill to keep chasing it on? That, right there, is the billion-dollar, or maybe I should say, the trillion-view question.